The WARCRAFT movie finally has a trailer.
Can we trust him?
They're beasts. They should all be destroyed.
Are you sure about that?
We'll protect the kingdom, you and I.
You'd side with the humans against your own kind.
This is suicide. We have no choice. We should attack with full force.
Whatever you plan to do it now!
Looks good to me. Alright, look, I'm not exactly as dialed into WARCRAFT as I am into a lot of other stuff, but I know the basics, and this looks like they're right on track, right? Does it actually come together at all? No idea. We'll find out in like 8 months. But for now, I'm glad it preserves the number one thing that's always struck out to me about this franchise. Namely, that it looks really, really goofy. Oh, I'm sure all the lore and character stuff will be appropriately serious. I'm strictly talking about the aesthetics and design. And by my account, WARCRAFT has consistently some of the most gloriously goofy design work in the fantasy genre, video games or otherwise. The monsters with the big balloony Hulk muscles, the absurdly overdesigned weapons and armor, the big pointy tusks on the orcs, it's goofy, and I dig it. Yeah, I really like that this could all almost exist naturalism in the Lord of the Rings movies, but not every fantasy thing has to look like that. For me, this is where a lot of adaptations of games and cartoons, and at least until Marvel Studios came along, comic books miss the point. Obviously, you gotta change stuff up when you're adapting to another medium, and you want filmmakers to have some creative reach of their own too, but they always end up throwing out the stuff that made the material worth buying in the first place. As in, why make that Chun-Li Street Fighter movie if you're just gonna suck out all the weird-ass stuff that makes Street Fighter not just another story about a martial arts tournament? Why pay whatever the hell Fox paid for Dragon Ball if you're just gonna make whatever the hell this was? IP rights don't come cheap anymore. Thanks to the internet, everyone knows exactly how much even a relatively minor property can be worth. So I hope WARCRAFT is good and does well. Maybe we can finally knock down the stigma on video game movies that keeps the stranger, more unique stuff from getting picked up in favor of the franchises that mostly just remind people of things that have already been movies. And it can't happen too soon. Activision is already talking about a Call of Duty cinematic universe, and folks, I don't know if I can live in that world. Oh, and just to illustrate my previous point, these scenes I'm showing you right now are not from a hypothetical Call of Duty movie, they're from Michael Bay's Benghazi movie, which unfortunately is a thing that exists and not a joke I'm making up for purposes of this show, but if I hadn't said so, would you have been able to tell? I know I sound like I'm stuck on repeat here, folks, but it bears repeating. What exactly are you going to put in a Call of Duty movie that I can't just get from any other war movie, that nobody had to pay the rights for? Why are they doing an Assassin's Creed movie when the story and the main characters are consistently the least interesting thing in all of those games, and the nifty historical stuff anyone could make a movie out of because it actually happened? Are we still trying to make the Uncharted movie? Why? Or the Halo movie? These are questions you've got to ask. Same deal with Resident Evil back in the day. What was that going to offer that wasn't offered by any other zombie Oh. Good answer! By the same token, I'd love to see a Zelda movie, but I'd hate to see it wind up looking and feeling like every other fantasy movie. I want to see someone take a better shot at Mario, but not if they don't actually get to see a properly bizarre Mario universe. Mega Man showing up looking like any other robot movie would be just as disappointing when the X-Men showed up looking like bit players from the Matrix, but with significantly less chance of the rest of the movie actually being pretty good. Even outside of games, I'd be psyched to see like a He-Man movie, but not if it's gonna wind up as beat to shit as the Transformers did.
If we do not unite, our world will perish.
This doesn't need to happen. There is one who may help us.
For orcs, there is no other life but war. No, but with the humans' help, there could be.
Why are you here?
To save our people.
So yeah, this WARCRAFT thing can kick off the opposite trend to that, bring it on. I just hope it's actually good. I mean, I like the director a lot. He did that Moon movie, that was really good. Did you know he's David Bowie's kid? Yeah, how cool is that?